I missed you. Did you miss me? You better have, because otherwise I'll be offended. Anyway, we are here today to talk about, I want this to be like, I still need to move it forward. Anyway, I'm having microphone woes. Not really woes. I'm just like kind of still getting used to the new one. But today we are here to talk about the Scheana Shay. The Scheana Shay from Vanderpump Rules. There are not Vanderpump Rules season finale spoilers in the PowerPoint, or in the Nearpod, I should say. I cannot guarantee that they won't come up. I'm not going to fight them if they come up naturally. But for anyone that already watched it, you'll know there's not really that much to spoil. So this is being filmed Wednesday, January 31st. And I watched Vanderpump Rules this morning. I watch stuff like that when I work out in the morning. And literally, this is like so lame. Me and my boyfriend were just laughing at this. But I've been waking up late literally every day. Like, I like to do a 45-minute workout. I've been sleeping in and only been doing a 20-minute one for like all of December and January. Today was the first time that I woke up on time, and I actually woke up early, literally woke up early because I was so excited to watch Vanderpump Rules. Like, you can't fucking get to work on time, but the motivation of Vanderpump Rules, an objectively terrible show. My ass was out of bed by 5:45. I didn't even need to get up till 6:15. At 5:45, I was like, good morning. Good morning. But new Vanderpump Rules was kind of boring, but the rest of the season looks good. That's kind of how I felt about it too. So like I was saying, there's not explicit spoilers in here, but I'm not going to fight it if it comes up. I just stopped watching Vanderpump to come watch you. That was a good choice. That was a very good choice. More insane stuff will happen in this stream than what would have happened while you were watching Vanderpump Rules. For those of you on TikTok, I highly recommend that you come to Twitch, because that is where you can see all the videos, all the photos, all of that fun stuff. But let's go ahead and get into it. Work? Nah. Trash TV? Yes, please. Exactly. Because like, work is there every day. I know exactly what it's going to be like when I get there. That's actually not true. That's one of the things I like about a school, is every day is different. But anyway, like, work is going to be there every day. The season 11 premiere of Vanderpump Rules is just here for right now. And I have to mute everything on Twitter. So like, I go through on Twitter and mute everything so that I don't get spoilers for myself, because I'm starting to put a lot of effort into not letting things be spoiled for me, because I felt like every show I'd ever watched, I always had it spoiled for me. And now I'm like fighting very hard to not have things spoiled for me. So I'm really using the mute feature. TikTok is hard though, because it just comes up. Literally never seen Vanderpump Rules, but here for the vibes. Oh, let me do that poll again, because last week we were talking about Jax Taylor, and a lot of people had never heard of him, but I think that they had a good time. Have you watched VPR? Yes, a little, no. Okay, I just did a poll. I was going to tell you something. Fuck, what was it? Damn it. I saw you on live while scrolling TikTok and panicked to come here. Couldn't miss this stream. My fucking promos for this did so bad. They literally flopped so fucking bad. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's literally fine. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if no one is watching, because I know the few people that are watching, well, not few, it's 136 of you right now. It's a lot of fucking people. But like, I know that the people that are here are real and really want to fucking talk about Scheana Shay. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't care if it's doing bad. Then fucking everyone else misses out, and it'll be a treat for us. We deserve it. Mostly no. Oh my God, I love that. I love that, because I think Vanderpump Rules is like better if you don't know what it is. Let me explain that. I think these streams are more interesting if you're coming in with like no opinions, because it's literally just so crazy, and you get to see that like build up over time and all of that stuff, you know? I want to make this thing a little bit bigger. That's what I'm fucking talking about. All right. I'll shut the fuck up and get to talking and go ahead and get into this. So I didn't do this with Jax Taylor, and I should have, because I think it really just kind of set the vibes better. Experiencing it with virgin eyes. Where's the link? You want the Nearpod link? I'm surprised you already want the Nearpod link, but period. It's not going to be interactive till the game. Kerchow. VPR is Vanderpump Rules. So for anyone who does not know the Vanderpump Rules cinematic universe, this is Scheana. Her name is Scheana Davies. She was originally Scheana Jenkin. She was a... Don't fucking email me. Literally, I'm in the middle of something. Do not email me. Scandival was so oversaturated, I think it turned me off from trying to get into it, baby. Understandable. But anyway, she's an American TV personality, actress, and singer, and since 2013, she has been a cast member on Vanderpump Rules. For those who don't know what Vanderpump Rules is, I should have included a slide on this as well. I shall explain to you. Where's the Wikipedia for Vanderpump Rules? Okay. So, Vanderpump Rules is a TV series that is a spin-off of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm assuming everyone here has at least heard of Real Housewives and kind of like is a little bit familiar with that world. Basically, it's a spin-off showing the staff of a restaurant. What does that have to do with Beverly Hills? A woman named Lisa Vanderpump owns the restaurant. She was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So that's how it's a spin-off. We talked a little bit about that last week when we learned about Jax Taylor, who's also on this show. But it's a very, 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 very successful Bravo show. And this is Scheana from the show. So let's talk about Scheana pre-Vanderpump Rules. It's weird that these people are older than me, but I was watching thinking they're just young kids. So Scheana is from La Puente, California. That is going to be in the game. This is me telling you it's going to be on your little fucking game quiz. This makes Vanderpump Villa make so much more sense. I'm glad. I'm here to teach. Thank you so much. Like, I'm so glad we're learning. I had wondered why Lisa was on Real Housewives when we did the Richards. Oh, so a lot of y'all... Interesting. A lot of y'all don't know Real Housewives, but you do know Vanderpump Rules. I had never even thought of that. I live in Vegas and really want to go to the Vanderpump restaurant on the Strip now. You should. Lisa Vanderpump's been there. Yeah, so that's Lisa Vanderpump. Like the Lisa Vanderpump universe, you know what I mean? Can I just say, there is no motherfucking greater joy in this world than a Capri Sun. Also, thanks for the cheer, Nikki Baby XOXO. We love that. Thank you. I literally thought Vanderpump was their name. Who? Like you thought they were a family? And that was their last name? None of them are related. I guess that would be like a logical conclusion to come to. I love a Capri Sun. They're so fucking good. But anyway, let's talk about Scheana. She was Scheana Marie Jenkin, and she is half Mexican. I'm assuming the other half is white. But not to like assume someone's race, but that's just kind of the vibe I'm picking up. There is very, very little info on her childhood. Really not much to say. Tonight's Capri Sun is a fruit punch flavored Capri Sun. Wait, is it not all of Lisa Vanderpump's family? This is so fucking funny. No, they're her employees. She's not related to any of them. The only person that is her family is her son was on the show briefly, but as like a side character, not as like a main character. No, they are not related to her. But it does sound like that. Like it sounds like Vanderpump Rules is it's like the Vanderpump family rules. Vanderpump is all of their last names. It's none of their last names. So. The chat right now is really intense. If they were a family, that would make the cheating scandal really awkward. I thought Vanderpump Rules was like the Kardashians, but can't re-pretend. Oh my God. She acts like their mom most of the time. Yeah, that really is the vibe. But anyway, she is from, like I said, La Puente, California. She went to Bishop Amat Memorial High School and graduated in 2002. Oh, that's like weirdly pasted there twice. She graduated when she was 17 because she skipped a grade in elementary school. I don't know why I don't believe that. I don't know why I don't believe that Scheana skipped a grade in elementary school. I just don't. I have literally no reason. I just don't believe it. So because there's almost no information about her childhood or her parents or anything, I just wanted to kind of give you a vibe of where she grew up. La Puente is 20 miles east of downtown LA. So she literally grew up in the suburbs of LA. It offers an urban-suburban mix, and most of the residents own their homes. There's lots of coffee shops and parks. Most of the residents are liberal, and the public schools are above average. So it seems like she grew up in like a middle class, upper middle class suburb of Los Angeles. That's what I'm gathering. This is a tweet that she had in 2020. that I guess this is her take on her childhood. She said, I didn't grow up rich. My family worked very hard to give me an amazing childhood and everything I wanted, but I do know what it's like to check my bank account 7 times a day to see if the auto debit came out or not so I could pay rent. I get the struggle and I empathize. So I guess she grew up normal. I graduated at 17 and skipped no grades. Maybe she just wants to seem extra smart, right? That's like what I'm thinking. Also, thank you, K Sullivan 84 for following. It's giving Victoria Beckham. No, it really is. I don't know. I think she probably just grew up like upper middle class. And you can say that. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's some pics of her from childhood. One thing about the Vanderpump Rules crew, they're going to have childhood pictures on Instagram. All of these, same way as with Jax, all of these were credit Scheana Shay Instagram. Scheana, not Scheana Shay anymore, but Scheana on Instagram. Scheana. I feel like she doesn't have a last name. Like her having a last name doesn't work for me. Scheana Jenkins is her original last name. She was a freaking cutie though. This outfit eats. This eats really hard. And for anyone who has no idea who this is and has never watched Vanderpump Rules, this is not a stream of admiration, but it's not a villain stream either. I just find her very odd. Live Root, thank you for following. I just find her to be very odd. I just need a camera on her. It's still Shay publicly, which I think is odd, right? I just find her to be so interesting. I'm so curious. I don't know anything about her. I'm so curious why she gets her own stream. She's really not... Like, she hasn't really done anything, but I just find her to be fascinating. But anyway, back to looking at childhood pictures of her just so you can kind of get the vibes. Here is some of her yearbook photos from high school. Like we said, Scheana Jenkins. She was a cheerleader, varsity cheer, period. And then this is her serving a pie to a fundraiser customer at school. I think that is her right there in the tie in the middle. I recognize the bone structure. So I find it very interesting that there are so many photos of her, but I could not find a single photo with her family, or graduations. Because you had a high school graduation, and we'll talk about in a second, she graduated college. I feel like, why is there no photos of that? And again, I have no theories. She's just so odd to me. In 2006, she graduated with a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism from Azusa Pacific University. I've never heard of Azusa Pacific University. There's a picture of it. It is in Azusa, California, which is not far from LA. It is old as fuck. It's founded in 1899. Average cost after aid is $25K. Graduation rate is 70%, and an acceptance rate is 94%. It's also a private evangelical research university. So I didn't realize all these people were this old. Wait, what? This makes sense. I don't know if this makes sense, but despite the OG cast member, she always feels like someone who was introduced the season before. She really, really does. She really does seem like someone who was she's just always on the periphery of the group. She's so interesting. So she did go to college. I had no idea she went to college. This I found crazy. She worked at Hooters during her teen years, and she sued Hooters. She sued Hooters in 2004. This is an article from 2004. I had to go deep on the old internet. More women join in lawsuit against Hooters. Allegations of secret tapings by hopeful waitresses. I don't like that they said hopeful because they're victims. They're not hopeful of anything. So the women join 5 original plaintiffs who are accusing the company of invasion of privacy, sexual discrimination, and harassment, as well as negligent supervision of a Hooters employees. They're seeking unspecified damages. I'm disgusted in the way that I was violated and my privacy was invaded, said Scheana Jenkins, one of the original 5 litigants. I'm disappointed that I put my trust in someone who betrayed my rights and violated me. The Juan Aponte, the former Hooters manager at the center of the allegations, faces a civil battery claim for reportedly touching some of the plaintiffs and commenting on their bodies during interviews. You can't do that. You're not supposed to do that as the manager. I know it's a Hooters, so you probably got those lines blurred, but you're not supposed to do that. He has not been arrested, but police investigation is expected to wrap up that week, and when he'll likely face formal criminal charges. His attorney did not return calls from comment. Scheana Jenkins, an 18-year-old communications major from Azusa, was one of the women who shared the ordeal with her parents. My mom cried. She was really upset, something like that could happen to her daughter. My dad is just really mad. I think he thought I was too trusting. Jenkins, a petite, brown-eyed blonde, is one of the 5 original litigants who spoke at a press conference last week with attorney Gloria Allred. Since then, Allred has said 40 other women with similar stories of shady interviews have joined the suit. Jenkins and more than 50 other plaintiffs were represented by Gloria Allred. Radar Online asked about the status of the lawsuit, and the lawyer said that the case had been resolved, but she could not discuss it any further. So what I'm assuming happened, since I couldn't find anything about criminal charges and I couldn't find anything about the lawsuit, I'm assuming that Hooters corporate settled the lawsuit and that dude got fired. I'm sorry, I don't have more information about that. I dug a little bit. I probably could have dug deeper, but I really couldn't find anything. Just that lawyer, Gloria Allred, saying, like, it's been resolved. We can't comment on it. So to me, that smells like settlement, which is not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just like a very common legal thing. But when you're looking at a storyline, it really doesn't bring any excitement. So more Scheana Shay lore. She was apparently in a throuple with John Mayer after he broke up with Jennifer Aniston. It was her old roommate, Stacey Adams, who was on The Hills. If anyone's seen that, I haven't watched it, but I know a lot of people have. Her and John Mayer and her roommate were in a throuple. Obviously, we have more information on that. Could not find any pictures of them together. Let me switch the mic. Y'all are going to have to yell at me about the mic because, like, we have a lot of clips tonight, so just be yelling at me on the mic if you can't hear. We're not going to watch this whole thing because it's really fucking long. But this is her talking about that situation. Why is John Mayer always involved? I told you all. There's a lot of lore about Scheana.
To YoungHollywood.com.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle Marie, and I'm sitting here in the Hollywood Hills with Scheana Marie. Now, it sounds like we're sisters, but we're not. But we're going to talk like sisters right now because she is giving me the exclusive with John Mayer. Now, so many people right now are wondering what is the real story. And we've been hearing rumors like you're dating, you're his girlfriend, you guys just hang out. We want to hear it from you. So, first off, I just want to know, how did you guys meet?
This is so 2009.
I met him. I work at the Grand Convening Room in Beverly Hills, and he had his birthday party there last year. I happened to be the lucky girl that got to work it. So,
It wasn't this past April. A lot of people were saying it was just this past month.
no, I mean, I met him previously, but when I met him, he was with Jennifer. I walked her to the bathroom. She didn't know where it was. It's kind of like hidden back. And she told me how pretty I was, and she was just like, oh my God, you have such beautiful eyes. It's not like she was so sweet. They seemed happy. They were cute and cuddly and drank the same kind of drink. And
What was the drink?
it was a Patron Platinum on the rocks with a lime. And I had to keep getting her extra limes because she liked a lot of limes just like me.
Did you see any sparks or did you feel any chemistry with
Scheana
John
and
at that
Taylor
moment?
Swift share an Eskimo
I mean,
sisters.
we all had some drinks together, and he's a really funny guy. Like, he just has an amazing personality. So I know sometimes that can be taken off as, like, flirtation. So, I don't know.
Okay, so this is a while back now, and recently, obviously, the reports are saying that you guys are hanging out. Tell me, like, from then on, what happened?
He came back into the club just recently, a couple months ago. They were broken up. We kind of talked, this and that, and we both were
she's in her
going through a breakup at the
mid-20s here.
same time. And so I think when two people kind of have something in common like that, you know, we were both sad at a certain time.
So it was after they were broken up when you guys started talking.
Okay. Yeah, that I want to make clear. No one's cheating on anyone. This wasn't like at his birthday he flipped me his number or vice versa. This is just recently.
Well, we want to know the real deal. So what is the status between you and John?
Surprised he dated
not my
someone who wasn't a
boyfriend.
teenager.
We're
Let me look
hanging
up
out.
how old she is
You know,
now.
whatever, however you want to take that, but
Okay.
not my boyfriend.
What kind of things do you guys do together?
Obviously we've never been out together. There's no pictures of us together. But you know, just we're just gonna you can leave it to the imagination. You know, hanging out. We have a good
She's
time. I mean,
38 right now.
that's all.
It's all about keeping it on the DL, right?
Yeah,
So
totally. Yeah. Of
we all know how John is with paparazzi.
Because John says the best thing to say is no comment, you know? But sometimes when there's so many people breathing down your neck, and that's why I kind of wanted to set this straight. I'm not his girlfriend, but
He's never going to talk to you again after this.
it's just, I don't want people also saying things about me that are false.
Girlie is really
So, and
commenting.
especially at a time like this when I have a new show on the Disney Channel with the Jonas Brothers coming out. I don't need people like Perez Hilton calling me a media whore. I mean, really, like...
So this is just absolutely fucking incredible. Like, this is This is what it's all about. This is what 2000s media is about. We got to get back to this as a society because this is what it's all about right here. We will be talking about the Jonas Brothers momentarily. I forgot that she said that in there. It's soon. It'll be soon. But anyway, speaking on the Flashbacks podcast, she literally talked to every fucking media outlet that would speak to her about this. I think she was being a little bit of a media whore. She revealed kind of what we just said, that she met him before he broke up with Jennifer Aniston, and then later they started dating and they were in a throuple. Shay explained that she was working a private party, yada, yada, yada. They invited me. Every time they did a shot, they would get me to do a shot. She told the podcast co-host they invited me to go back to her place in the Palisades for an after party. While she never wound up going to Aniston's house, her and John Mayer returned to the Grand Havana room weeks later after he split, and this is when Stacy began hanging out with them. And she said, this went on for about 6 months that we hung out. We would go to his house. It just became kind of the three of us. We had a little throuple going on, but then it was just like me and another her But there was just like me and another her, like everyone always had attention. When one of the hosts asked if she meant a sexual throuple, she said, yeah, I definitely got a little jealous towards the end of it because I knew he liked her more. And I was like, wait, I brought you into this and like now you're getting more attention than I'm getting. What's up with that? And then even after that, I stopped talking. They continued talking and there were just a lot of things. Like her and I had a year of just awkward friendship falling out, but then came full circle a year later and have never been closer. And she went on to explain that she got fired for this because the waitresses are not allowed to fraternize with members. So whatever that fucking means. And she said that she never told a single soul about her connection to Mayer until it made it to the tabloids. Okay. I don't believe you, but that's literally fine. She said it was all over, adding that she called Mayer to tell him that she didn't leak the story, and he believed her. He was like, no, it's cool. I didn't think you would do that. We've been hanging out for 6 months. Like, you probably would have done it by now. So I was like, I'm losing my job over this. And it was the week of my birthday. I don't think cocktail waitresses really get a severance package. Sometimes she's funny. So that is how she got fired from that serving job. But when she got fired from that serving job, she got a new job at Villa Blanca, a different restaurant owned by Lisa Vanderpump. That is how she ended up on Vanderpump Rules, because she was working at Lisa's restaurant, Villa Blanca, and then they were like, let's move you over to Lisa's other restaurant, Sir, because that's the one the show is about. So she said, if it wasn't for John Mayer, I wouldn't be on Vanderpump Rules, which is crazy. I didn't even like intentionally make a transition like that, but it just worked out. But yeah, and she has spoken very positively about John Mayer. He's a great guy. He's funny and sweet. Yada, yada, yada. Whatever. John Mayer had no comment. So, yeah. Also, I thought this article was absolutely fucking hilarious. So I told you about the Hooters thing. That was in 2004. This is a Radar Online article from 2009. Exclusive. Woman linked to John Mayer once sued Hooters. They were really just talking about anything. Like, anything. They were just discussing it, getting into it. Let's talk about it. And again, for those of you on, this microphone. On TikTok, I'm not even using a microphone. Sorry. Y'all are going to see the mic. You have to come to Twitch to get the good view. This is peak journalism. So this is also in her acting era. During this time that she was serving, she was trying to get acting gigs like she's talked about many, many times. She wanted to be an actress. So this is her on Victorious, if anyone remembers that show.
Sorry, Ray. I'm sorry. I sit on you. That's okay.
There's Scheana.
This is your stunt double. Hi. I'm gonna fall off your chair. I appreciate it. Okay. Is this your girl? Yeah. Tori, this is Hey, you look great. Okay.
So there is her on Victorious as a very, very small part. She also had a small part in 90210.
Ariana, what are you doing here? What's up, Scheana?
Wait. Your nose looks great. Thanks. You know, I wanted Eva Longoria, but sometimes I think it's a little too Eva.
So there's her quick cameo on 90210. She is also on the Jonas Brothers. She is the pizza girl from the Jonas Brothers. I fell in love with the pizza girl, and it's Scheana. Sheena's the pizza girl, you guys. She always was. And she was like in an episode of the show too. Like she said in that interview, I'm doing a show with the Jonas Brothers. Do you mean you're the pizza girl on the Jonas Brothers TV show? Is that what you meant by doing a show with the Jonas Brothers? I think that's what you meant.
Yesterday.
Joe Bros lore unlocked. I could do a stream about the Jonas Brothers. Scheana. And it's Scheana. Sheena's the pizza girl. Look at her. The all-white set is killing me. The fake food is killing me. Kevin, what are you doing? Serving as the pizza girl, to be honest. They're in the olives. Isn't that fun and quirky? She looks so happy. I've never seen someone look so thrilled to be cooking a pizza. I had pizza for dinner. She kind of ate as the pizza girl, or is that just me? I think we all can agree on that, is that like, she gave her fucking everything to this role. She gave her everything into this role. She knew she had an opportunity, and she went for it. She did a terrible fucking job on that pizza. It looks absolutely awful, but Scheana literally was made for this role. We're gonna finish the whole song, unfortunately. They made money off this. They probably made more money off this than you and I will make in our lives. She's cooking the Jonas Brothers. She said, time to kill them. Into the oven they go. Like, Scheana literally killed the Jonas Brothers. Anyway, let me switch the mic. There's not another video for another... Oh no, it's really soon, so I'll leave the mic on here. Putting plastic in a 500-degree oven is wild. We need more content like this. This sounds like a record you'd beg your kindergarten teacher to play. The Witch from Hansel and Gretel. So anyway, Scheana first got introduced to the general public, obviously with the Pizza Girl, but in the Bravo universe, on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Because Brandi Glanville, Brandi is one of the women from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she got a divorce from this guy, Eddie. Her ex-husband, Eddie, I think he's a famous like baseball player or something, had an affair with Scheana. So that's originally how she was on TV, is Lisa Vanderpump was friends with Brandi. And then Brandi was like, why the fuck is that bitch here? So while Brandi was still starring on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she ran into Scheana at a party at Lisa Vanderpump's because Lisa Vanderpump just hires her own staff for the parties that she throws. So Scheana was serving the party and Brandi's there. And it became an extremely awkward interaction for the two women. The affair may have seemed like it happened ages ago since Scheana has moved on. The sagging's still made for compelling reality TV. And this kind of also is when they were pitching Vanderpump Rules as a spinoff. Not pitching, but like selling it to the public. So they were having Lisa have her staff in a couple different episodes as kind of like a teaser and like a soft launch to Vanderpump Rules. So at the time of the scandal, Eddie and Brandi were still married. Scheana revealed she had met Eddie in 2006 when she was 21 and single, and she said that after dating him for 6 months, she found out that he was married and she ended the romance. She said that later they made up, but the reconciliation only lasted a few months. So during the setup at SUR, Brandi got her chance to confront Scheana. So this is, like I said, when they did their little spin-off moment.
Hello. Hi.
The noises are annoying, sorry.
nervous. Obviously, I don't think this is something either of us necessarily want to do, but I think I just have so much that I just need to get off my chest with you, and I'm like shaking right now. It's like a conversation I've been dreading for years, but I just feel like I need to have. I'll start by saying I'm sorry, like, thanks. But, God.
Don't cry, really, because I lost my family. I lost everything that I had. So if anyone's gonna cry here, it's not gonna be you. She decided to date a married man. She sold her story to the press. Everything bad came from her and Eddie. Nothing bad happened to her. Put the tears away.
Coming up, he told me he loved me. He bought me diamond earrings.
There were
He took
feelings
me on
involved.
trips.
Great.
There was, I mean, I'm just
You
saying,
don't
like,
have
it
to
was
keep
more.
saying this, honey. I got it. I know you were my husband. I got that. I get that. If anyone's gonna cry here, it's not gonna be you. Oh gosh, I don't want to.
Oh, if Eddie is 50 now, that means he's 12 years older than Scheana. So she was 21 and he was in his early 30s. To me, that's like, I guess technically that's fine, but I'm looking at you. Like, I guess technically early 30s, early 20s is fine, but like, I'm watching. Eyes up. You know what I'm saying?
I get in a back and forth with you, but when you found out that he was married and you found out that he was with Leanne, you went on national television and you cried about my husband leaving you for Leanne. And I was watching with my 2-year-old, and I didn't know that there was a you at that time.
Why would I not want to get my side of the story out there? I don't want to just look like this mistress. There were feelings involved. He told me he loved me. He bought me diamond earrings. He took me on trips. There was, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it was more.
You don't have to keep saying this, honey. I got it. That's just, it's hurtful right now for you to say this to me. I know what you guys were and what you weren't. I was the mother of his children. I was his wife. I was his everything. You were the other woman. So don't get it twisted. In fact, I'm lucky that I found out about you. I would have stayed with Eddie forever because he said it was a one-time thing. Had I not figured out that there were, by the way, there was more than just you, I would have never left.
I was hurt too.
Brandi does seem very
This guy
bitter,
makes
but I
me
think she
fall
has
for
a
him,
right
and
to
I
be
find
bitter.
out he has a wife and kids.
I don't care. I mean, look at where you are in your life, and I'm in such a better place. I win. You know what I mean? Do not cry to me about Eddie and falling
I'm
for
not
him.
crying over that. I'm crying because I feel bad, and I honestly
I don't feel bad
didn't
for you.
know, and that's fine.
He left one night a week, Tuesday nights. I mean, I would never want to be the other girl that just got Tuesday nights.
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
It wasn't only Tuesdays. We went out to bars together. We went out to restaurants. It was a lot of
Restaurants
things.
where?
There was this place called Coach and Horses.
That was our bar. That's funny.
I'm sorry. Then there were several days we went to the lake together.
You went to the lake on my boat. I know. I saw the pictures that you put out
Obviously,
there.
I didn't know that boat was shared with anyone. We went to Mammoth together. He took me on trips.
I know. I was invited, then I was uninvited because he said it's going to be a boys' trip.
Well, that.
We don't have to go back and forth. I know you were my
No,
husband.
it's
I
just-
got that. I get that.
I think what I'm mad about, this is where I'll end this clip because you summed it up perfectly. I think what I'm mad about is she's targeting her anger at this young girl and not her husband who made the choice. But yeah, there's a lot more lore with Brandi. Well, we're not going to get into all of the Brandi lore, but that brings us to 2013 when she became a cast member on Vanderpump Rules. The series follows the lives of the servers in West Hollywood, California. So one of her original plot lines on the show is she was like, I'm trying to do music. I'm trying to become like a music artist. So on season 1 of the show, she released and performed her dance pop single. For anyone that has never heard of this and has no idea what you're in for, I think this might be one of the best musical creations of our generation.
I'm debuting my new song called Good as Gold, and I hope you all enjoy it.
She's not going to waste an opportunity with an audience to debut her single.
I know. that's just a little bit of Good as Gold. I feel like I had a longer clip. Oh, the next one is a longer clip of her performing. Here is another phenomenal clip of Miss Scheana performing. This is a lot. I'm just gonna warn you right now. This is another performance of hers.
What I need, what I wanna see, everything that you got.
I'll find the full Good as Gold clip while you watch this. She's like a knockoff Katy Perry.
I think Stassi wanted to come to the Roxy to make fun of Scheana. I think she was hoping that Scheana would fail.
It hurts, but in a fun way.
But Scheana was awesome.
It's giving real life Tori Vega. So yeah, that was a lot. Was she awesome or were you just inebriated? I love how trashy 2013 this is. It's literally just absolutely perfect. Like, it's absolutely perfect. And I realized I could not find a longer clip of Scheana singing Good as Gold because I think they are preventing it from being online because they are going to censor us. This is another great moment. I included this really, really, really last minute. Honestly, I respect how much she believes in herself. Say what you want about Scheana, but that girl will do anything to get famous. Yes, so someone said, so did she just get lucky meeting John Mayer and got famous from being in that social circle? Kind of. She used the John Mayer thing to try and be as much in the media as possible. And then after she got fired from her job, she got a job at Villa Blanca, which Lisa Vanderpump owned. I don't know if she purposely got that job because she knew Lisa Vanderpump was on TV or if she just really lucked out with that one, but that's how she ended up getting on the TV show, was getting the job for Lisa. But she got that job before Vanderpump Rules existed. So there's no way she got that job like to get on Vanderpump Rules because it didn't exist then. You know what I'm saying? My routine, my friends and I made up to convince our parents to let us have a sleepover. It feels like they must have rehearsed this for 15 minutes before she went on stage. So the other cast of Vanderpump Rules has not exactly been welcoming to Scheana. Her like season 1 plot line is it was like, oh, Scheana works at the other restaurant. She's going to come work here. And I felt like she just never fully meshed. And I think that this very quick clip is the perfect example of exactly how the cast just generally treated Scheana.
Hi.
Treats, I should say. She's still on.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Want to see some footage of my music video?
Not really.
Rude.
I'm just going to run that back so that everyone can enjoy it a second time.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Want to see some footage of my music video?
Not really.
Rude.
She said, rude? Like, she's so nice, like 90% of the time. And she's just odd thing to walk up and ask, especially to Jax Taylor. Like, if you were here last week, you know about Jax Taylor. So, like, why would you ask him that? What the fuck did you think he was going to say? So let's discuss her relationship with Michael Shay. That is another big plot line for her. In season 1, they met in high school. She was a cheerleader and he was a football player. During the early days of Vanderpump Rules, she was dating and then engaged to Michael Shay. The proposal took place season 2, episode 12. So that's when I say like it was a big part of her plot. They got married July 2014, which gave us a lot of iconic moments, which we will discuss, but they were only married for roughly 2 years. So it was a very, very quick marriage, especially for the fact that they were dating in high school. Apparently they dated and then broke up and then like reconnected and then they got married is the lore that happened. Here's some pictures of them just so you know what he looks like. This is when he proposed at Lisa Vanderpump's house. There's some events of them together. They were on the show together. There's them together. Yeah, you can see what he looks like. So let's discuss the crop top wedding dress. I'm sorry these videos are so tiny. Nearpod like doesn't love when I upload TikToks. Thank you, Baxter and Deli, for following. Love that. Appreciate you. But anyway, let's talk about the crop top wedding dress. I will let Scheana explain it herself.
Oh my God. Auntie? So for whoever doesn't know, my auntie made this dress from scratch. I custom made my wedding dress. I wanted something different. I wear crop tops all the time. That's like my thing. So I'm like, why not make a wedding dress crop top? So I designed it, and then my Aunt Dee put it all together, and she made the dress for me exactly the way I wanted it. Literally says it all. It's all happening. What time is it? 5:45.
5:45.
She has a tattoo that says it's all happening that she references a lot because it's all happening. It's all happening. People didn't love the crop top wedding dress. People were not, they didn't really love it. I've completed the pipeline. Baxter and Daly, thank you. I'm glad you completed the pipeline. For those that don't know, most people find me on TikTok, then they end up watching my YouTube streams, and then they come here. That's the pipeline. Some people go straight from TikTok to Twitch, though.
You need to look to see if somebody posted something. Yeah. So that's the crop top, pearled crop top, 2-piece wedding dress. That is the ugliest effing wedding dress I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like a skanky.
I don't hate it.
Sometimes life gives you a really good gift, like knowing that Scheana is wearing a crop top to her wedding. It puts a giant smile on my face.
She has so much makeup on.
I know, you would think, like, come on, it's your wedding day. Like, try not to look like a hooker today.
Did she send anything of Lisa?
Yes. Lisa is wearing a bondage gown. It's like what I wear when I'm like, Patrick, tonight I want to get it on. Lisa. And she looks hotter than me. So it's annoying. The downside.
Everyone acted like the dad from Selena and thought it was a bra. I don't hate it. Like, I do think it's a little odd for a wedding dress, but I don't hate it. I don't think it looked bad.
Of how I'm not being fake with Scheana anymore is that I'm missing out on a really good open bar. The upside is that I still have my dignity and pride.
And then Ken, Lisa, and Jiggy are walking down. Jiggy and Ken in the same outfit. Like, I can imagine. Jiggy's in a tux. Oh my god. And Ken and Jiggy are matching. Purple. We knew it.
They're haters, but they're funny.
The crop top.
Crop top. Are we cheersing to the crop top?
Stassi also makes great television. So this is some wedding photos from their big day. Again, the crop top wedding dress. Not a choice that I would make, but I have definitely seen worse wedding dresses. I've seen a lot worse. Bridesmaids, so cute, so fun, yay. Aw, they're getting married, yay, marriage, a golf course, and a wedding cake. We love marriage, yay. Still no one being able to pick Christina Kelly out of a crowd. So, let me put the mic on for this, because this is long. So, this is obviously an old article. Mike Shay opens up about his drug addiction, and Scheana Marie responds to fan backlash. Remember I said they got divorced after only 2 years. This is why. A lot of people say that Sheena's a narcissist. I don't think she is. I think she's just not very self-aware. I don't think that makes you a narcissist. But anyway, Her husband, Mike Shay, talked about how his struggle has been with his addiction coming to light. So Shay explained that he ran off to his parents' house, and it wasn't because he felt like the wedding Scheana's eyes? That makes no sense. He said he went to his parents' house because it's his safe zone. I'm a shy person. I'm kind of closed off. I'm not open at home. At home, I'm just me all the time. Sometimes you need to get away. That's yikes that your husband can't be himself around you. The city where we live is pretty tough sometimes, and that's like where I like to go. Because he basically left and she had no idea where he was. She said, I didn't want him to feel judged or embarrassed, but I felt like whenever he's ready to tell people, he can. But when he wasn't there for a week, everything was just coming out like word vomit. I'm the type of person who can't keep things in. If something's bothering me, you can see it on my face. Because apparently she was giving him at-home drug test, and people fucking came for her for this. On Vanderpump Rules, people were like, what kind of wife drug tests her husband? What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. But she said that was 1,000% his idea. FYI, to rebuild trust with me. I would never do that to him on my own. After the show, Shay, the guy, shared, I was scared I was going to lose her over this. Trust is a huge thing. When we got married, I said, I will do this for you to not only prove to her, but also prove to myself. And Scheana remained serious and said it would make him more comfortable in social settings doing drugs, or at least he thought it did. But once he stopped taking the Vicodin, it was like the lights went on. Those were not making him more social. They were making him more reserved. In his mind, he was the life of the party. And I'm like, no, you're a weirdo in the corner drinking too much. Once he stopped taking them, I saw a whole different person. That's the person I fell in love with. The host asked, popping pills bad, smoking pot okay. It's totally California, said Scheana, and alcohol is acceptable in moderation. Having 8 rum or cokes when we go out to a bar is not acceptable. Having 2 or 3, maybe a shot, is acceptable. She really, 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 really got like a ton of backlash for the way that she talked about his addiction. And she was like, well, I don't want to be with someone that's 100% sober, and just said a lot of like really not okay things. Oh, the chat's going in right now. Let me see. Unless you've lived with an addict, you cannot judge someone for the lengths they go to make sure they're sober. One with an addict partner, being with an addict can be tough. They can be embarrassed and will hide or lie about their usage. Sometimes love is accountability. Yeah, that's also true. I really have no experience with this, so I have no opinion. I've never dealt with addiction with anyone like close to me. So I really don't have an opinion because I don't have firsthand experience with it. So as for where they stood now, she said, I'm very thankful that this first year of marriage has been as difficult as it has been because it's giving us so much to build on. He speaks his mind a lot more to the point where he's almost a dick sometimes. And I'm like, whoa, buddy, you don't have to be so mean about it. It's an adjustment for me, but I like that he has spunk and life in him again. It catches me off guard, but I think it's the strongest we've ever been of him getting sober. And so this is some of her on the show talking about his sobriety and their struggles within their first year of marriage.
Like, I mean, Shay and I went to therapy once, didn't need it again. We learned how to communicate. Yeah.
So she, again, to clarify, just said, we went to therapy once and didn't need it again because we learned how to communicate.
Like, I mean, Shay and I went to therapy once, didn't need it again. We learned how to communicate.
I think if one person's dealing with addiction, you definitely need therapy. Like, you absolutely need therapy. And then this is her saying she couldn't be with someone who's completely sober.
Okay, Scheana, tell me you don't get it without telling me you don't get it.
He's gone. I don't want to see him again.
And it's fine to drink when it's an occasion or we're having fun. So I'm not being like, oh, you need to be clean and sober, never drink again. It's just...
Well, the thing is, yeah.
Find the happy medium. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I could ever be with someone who's completely sober because that's not reality with the life I lead. With
like, I would feel really bad doing coke in front of a sober person.
I hate when I can't find a clip without anybody talking.
Drink to get drunk. Drink to get a good buzz.
Just sip. She said just take a sip.
And I'm sticking with that.
So this is mainly what people came for her, is where she was like, find a happy medium, because like, I'm not an addiction expert, but generally if you are an addict, you can't do a happy medium. Like, that's the whole thing about addiction, is that like, happy medium is not an option for you right now, or ever probably.
It's like when next time somebody gives you a shot, just take a sip. You don't have to drink the whole shot.
He's drinking the Capri Sun.
I think this is because I don't trust you.
Just take like a couple of pills instead of like 5 pills.
Positive, I'll give you a pass. My goal would be by our 1-year anniversary that we're in a way better place.
Guess I should go handle this.
We'll finish your Capri Sun first.
Oh,
That's
nice.
just as fun.
And that's what I told him. I said, I'm gonna test you as much as I have to until I trust that you're not taking anything again.
But it's not because I don't trust you.
Drain the lizard.
But pee in this cup.
So, yeah. Also, I think I forgot to put this in here, so let me find it really quick. Hold on. She had, like, insane wedding photos in their apartment, and I just need you to see it. I don't want her... Oh, I can't find it. I guess I didn't forget to put it in there. I just couldn't find it. Anyway, sorry. Got a little distracted. But anyway, then her husband goes missing. Ain't that a damn shame? So this is November 4th, 2016. Sources close to Scheana tell TMZ that her husband ran away, basically, and because he didn't come home last Wednesday and she was very scared. She thought it was odd because a close friend of his had just died. She was very upset. Mike's history with prescription drugs also escalated her concern. We were told that Scheana could not reach him, so she cut off his credit cards because she could not get in touch with him. And our sources also said that Mike cleared out the couple's checking account 2 days later and had been MIA ever since. He said he had been sober since January, and Scheana was very afraid that he had fallen off the wagon, and at that point she was considering a divorce. So, let's discuss the moment it happened.
So you're not on drugs?
No.
No pills?
Nothing. No.
Okay.
Don't talk to me like that, though. People don't talk to me with respect. You don't. Your family doesn't. Your friends, our friends. It's always I've been on a different level.
I talked to Lisa today and she just...
I don't give a shit about her. I have my own mother. Lisa can go and talk to her kids. The way I've been
He
treated,
does look really
like how
high.
you treat me, how a lot of people
By
treat
taking
me.
care of you?
How, financially? Because that's about it. That's all you do.
I don't cook for you. I don't do anything.
on.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, but guess what? It hasn't been like that in a long time.
Because you don't come home.
You know why I'm at the studio all the time? That's where I love to be. We're passionate
Don't
about
get
what
how
we're
you
doing.
guys just stay up all night not doing drugs.
It's because we're passionate about what we do and we love what we do. When you find that, you'll get it.
So all this cash that's been coming out of the account, all of that is studio equipment, music. You're not buying drugs.
I swear to God, I'm not.
Shay is denying being back on drugs, and although I feel I'll never know the truth, I know for sure that this is not the man I married.
I now declare you
See,
to be
this is
husband and
what
wife.
this is what I was saying, is that also I feel like I had a clip of their wedding in here. I definitely had a clip of their wedding. Where the fuck did it go? I absolutely hate that for us. I had a full clip of their wedding and it's gone now. But anyway, that's what I was saying. This is not like a Scheana's the villain stream. She's just very interesting and her lore is interesting. And this seems like a very tough situation. And she definitely shouldn't have married him, but that's not my business.
Make this your bride.
This f***ing marriage has been tainted since day one. This relationship needs to be done on paper, legally, emotionally, physically, in every way. I'm meeting with a lawyer on Friday. I know divorces aren't easy, and it's not something I ever wanted. Everything isn't supposed to last forever.
This.
But you know I'm right.
This is sad. Oh my god, imagine being the camera
Your room
person.
is obviously a f***ing disaster per usual. All your clothes are just in a pile. There's a couple suitcases. I don't know what you need to get, but
He got divorced from the pizza girl. Andy Cohen's fucking smug smile. Your room, is that what she just said? Yeah, I think they had like, kind of like how me and my boyfriend each have our own offices. He always calls this my room. I think that she meant it like that. Like there's not a bed in here, but it's my room. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what's next? They announced their divorce November 2016. Scheana said, Shay and I split amicably. We put out a joint statement. It just wasn't working on either end. We just decided instead of going for a legal separation or trying to continue therapy, we both agreed it wasn't right, and hopefully one day we can be friends. You never know what the future holds, but it was just a situation that needed to end before the holidays, before the new year. I can get that. So, some lore about the divorce. They did not have a prenup. This is from Reddit, so just take it with a grain of salt because it's Reddit. So this person was watching season 5 of Vanderpump Rules, and Scheana and Shay were talking about prenups, and Scheana says she was never worried about that with Shay because she trusted him. And she said, like, what would you do? Empty my bank account and go to Sir and pick up my tips? And then it cuts to Shay, and he kind of laughs and says, maybe. And then during the season 5 reunion where they are getting divorced, they end up actually doing that. And then May 13th is when they finalized their divorce. And this is insane. Scheana had to pay her ex-husband $50,000. That is so much money. That is so much money. She probably felt so stuck, but what could she do? I got married on the show. I got divorced on the show. It was very amicable, and as much as I didn't want to give $50,000 to a person with a drug problem, he deserved it for being a part of the show for so long in my life and my story. That's so real of her, that she was like, I didn't want to give him this money, but like he was on the show and like busted out a lot of personal information, so I guess he deserved it. She said, look, I'm not trying to cut you out and leave you high and dry. Here's how much we have. Is that okay? And he agreed. She said, I hope he's doing something useful. And she told him that he should put $10,000 into a retirement account. But she said he wasn't a person who was ever really good with money. So she said that she knew it was over when she found text on his phone that were being exchanged with another woman. She said, it was one thing that I knew I would never be able to fully get over. I can forgive, but it changed our sex life. It changed our relationship. It broke trust, and I just wasn't able to come back from that. A year later, I was still putting on a fake smile and a happy face. We took a second honeymoon, and it just never fully got back to where we were. I tried as hard as I could. So that's a lot. That's a lot for Miss Scheana to be going through. It is quite a lot. Is that the same thing? No. Okay. So, more lore behind their relationship. She says there were a lot of things that from the beginning of our marriage that kind of tainted her relationship. Like we said, the inappropriate text messages, the pill addiction. She said, then fast forward to our second anniversary, and I'm just trying to pretend like everything's fine because in my mind we're married for better or worse, and she's trying to stay optimistic, writing it off as a rough patch. I kept telling myself it'll get better, and it did. At the beginning of 2016, everything was genuinely good. Then the cameras turned on again, and then he changed. So this behavior changed, and he was back to using pills, which was unknown to Scheana at the time. And Scheana started making excuses for him because she wasn't able to face the reality of it. I love when everyone's so focused that no one's in the chat. So she said, we're growing apart more and more. Towards the end of October, he just didn't come home one day. And that's when I was like, I'm going to give him one more chance to tell me the truth. She straight up asked if he was using pills. He said, no, it was a lie. That's when I was like, now I don't have another choice because I know I cannot ever fully trust you again. She said she didn't want to end their marriage, but it just became clear that nothing was ever going to get better. She said, the second I found out that he was still lying to me and it had been 6 to 8 months, I was done. A divorce was the only thing that I could do. So that's why they got divorced. Very sad for Scheana. This seems like a very, 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 very rough thing to go through. But she moved on pretty quickly. I don't mean moved on in terms of healed emotionally, but I mean in romantic partners. Following her divorce, she started dating Rob Valletta. Rob Valletta is known because he has been on Young and the Restless many times. She dated him right before she reconnected with Shay. So, like we said, she dated Shay in high school. They reconnected. They got married. Right before they reconnected, she had been dating Rob and she went back with him. So honestly, hilarious that she's kind of just like going back and forth between men. Like, I love that she keeps a roster. She keeps him coming back, you know? He can hang a TV in less than 7 minutes. He's actually known for his TV hanging skills. Y'all are sick. Y'all are sick. Sick people. So, according to Page 6, Scheana claims that she had met her boyfriend 10 years prior in 2016, and she said that she remembers being desperately thirsty and smitten, claiming she broke things off because Rob was the guy you marry, not the guy you casually date at 21. But this is also when she was doing the thing with Brandi's husband, Eddie. So some people think that's why her and Rob broke up, is because she met Eddie and was hooking up with him because he's like more famouser. But yeah, have no idea. So apparently from 2006 to 2017, I don't know what was going on with them. A random source said that they supported each other and have cared and supported each other for 12 years, whatever. So they were friends, they were chatting, whatever you want to call that. Scheana literally would not shut the fuck up about Rob. Like, it was actually hilarious, but she would not shut the fuck up about Rob.
Jax likes to gossip, gossip, gossip.
Oh, what now?
So what I'm telling you is exactly what I know.
She puts a lot of pressure on Rob. She's like, how come he hasn't said I love you yet? And Rob and I talked about that.
Wait, what?
Rob's like, I'm not in that place.
He didn't say that.
That's exactly what Jax told me.
I know my man loves me. His actions every day shows how much he loves me. The fact that Kristen even believes this bullshit for a second is annoying as... First of all, Jax is so threatened by Rob because Rob is taller than him, better looking than him, younger than him, more successful than him. And the thing is, he wants what Rob and I have. Rob and I are very much in love. Rob has a very hard time expressing that. We have had those conversations where he's like, you know I do, but we don't say it.
Okay.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I don't want to like be this dumb girl who's in love with someone who's not in love with her. Mm-hmm. Come on, do you see the way he looks at me? Like, he adores me. We talk about having kids and getting married, and we're looking at houses together. Rob and I have named our first daughter Madison Marie Parks Valletta.
I want you to note that she said her first daughter's name would be Madison. Okay, just remember that.
He's not at the point where he's as in love as I am, I'm okay with that because I know he loves me.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Scheana, are you still talking?
Jax doesn't even deserve a conversation with me over some other bullshit.
The delusional confidence.
But I would love to mentally with him. You want to with my relationship, I'm going to with yours. Yeah.
Kristen!
He's going down.
So, that's Scheana for you. And Rob did break up with Scheana. Unfortunately, that relationship did not pan out. I'm not sure if anyone would be surprised, but...
We met your new boyfriend, but I'm not sure you ever mentioned his name.
I don't think I did.
What is his name?
Wait, Rob? Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know that I said that much this season.
No.
Rob's never mad. I've never in 11 years seen him mad. So Rob, he likes coffee with his creamer. Like, I can't wait for like Rob and I to get a house one day. Rob and I are gonna have like 2 kids. Rob makes me so happy.
You and Rob dated before you married Shay.
Yes.
And then you split up, obviously.
So let me see if I can find it. YouTube. Rob TV. 7 minutes. Apparently he hung a TV really quickly. No, I can't find the clip. But anyway, he hung a TV in like less than 7 minutes, and Scheana literally brought it up so fucking often. Like, so often.
You told Lisa that the whole time you were married to Shay, you were thinking about Rob.
The day I got married, one of my bridesmaids who knew Rob and I's past relationship had said something that made me think of him, and I did think of him that day. He crossed my mind. It was always kind of one of those what ifs.
How did you meet?
In 2006, I had just graduated college, moved out to LA. There was Joseph's on Wednesday.
Moved out to LA. Again, she grew up 20 miles away from Los Angeles. I don't know if I qualify that as moved out to LA.
Days in Hollywood, and then I think it was called The Lobby at the time, and that was like a Wednesday, Thursday night thing. And he was the door guy at both of these places. We had our first kiss at Disneyland when the snow fell and the fireworks went off.
We
very
did the
off and on
short
for 4
version of this one.
I'm just saying, it was.
I feel like I'm on the magic Disney ride here.
Are you feeling like wrap it up?
Yeah, a little bit.
It was a
The
very
short-
off and on thing.
The short version is you were in different places in your life.
But different places at different times.
Scheana, things were going well. Then your friends brought up a rumor that Rob kissed a girl. Why did you not want to hear what Kristen and Brittany had to say? Do you think you were in denial?
That was the moment he pulled away.
He pulled away after that rumor.
Yes. And I never, ever, ever meant to discredit.
I feel like 2 of my videos got deleted. I had one of her talking about this kiss. I'm very angry right now.
Shay, because he was amazing. And the thing about Shay was he had my back for all 5 seasons. Even when he felt I threw him under the bus and put his addiction out there and did all of this, like, he never left me because of the show. And for Rob to just so quickly shut off from me.
How did the breakup happen and when?
It was about 2 weeks after we wrapped. And that's where I, and like Lala, Ariana, Brittany and I, I'm like.
The rest of the class clowning her here is like the rest of the cast clowning her here is like if this class gathered IRL.
Is this like a calculated move? Like, it was like, did you just stay with me to finish filming the show because you didn't want me to have a
Imagine referencing your marriage in seasons versus years.
Storyline of another breakup and deal with that. Like, okay, thank you, I think. But
Is that
2
what
weeks
he said?
Yeah.
Damn, so he dumped her and said he dumped her because he didn't like the show, and he waited till after the show was over because he didn't want the breakup to be her storyline. My ego would never recover.
Manipulation at its finest.
Yeah, you know that.
Holy
All right, so new season, new relationship. Let me switch my mic again. So that relationship with Rob was pretty short-lived. And then oh my God, are they both named Rob? Rob and then Robbie. I never noticed that until right now. To date a Rob and then a Robbie, I don't like that. But anyway, he was on The Bachelorette. I guess he did not win. And they went on a couple dates on season 7, and then apparently he ghosted her. So, another tough, didn't work out. Then she started dating this guy named Adam. He was a bartender at Sir, and they were never exclusive. She said, "We're in the exact same place we were when you were watching the show," or referring to their friendship with benefits like relationship. So it hasn't progressed. It hasn't worsened. It's just staying there. Hey, gal pals, I just got here. Why are we switching between microphones? Because this microphone makes me sound good and less echoey, but you can't really hear the clips on it. So that's why. I thought she dated Adam Scott. No, Adam Spot, the bartender from Sir. And then she dated Max. Max was a manager at Tom Tom. Tom Tom is another restaurant that Lisa Vanderpump owns. There's a lot more lore than that, but just for the sake of Scheana, she's not involved. So another restaurant that Lisa Vanderpump owns. She dated Max Bowens. It did not work out because he expressed interest in this girl, Dana, who was on Vanderpump Rules for a very brief amount of time. So Scheana had just had a lot of relationship flops. Like, she had this marriage that ended in divorce. She then really rushed into a really intense relationship, and that didn't work out. Then she had a couple situationships. Scheana was just going through it. And at this point, Scheana's in her 30s, and you can fall in love at any age, but Scheana is just really radiating that she is very aware of her biological clock. Scheana seems like the type of person who was like, I'll graduate college and then I'll get married and then I'll be famous and then I'll have a baby. So I feel like she is just exuding stress. And that's why she keeps having these flop relationships, because she was just stressed the fuck out and felt like she was aging. So, it has a lot of the clips I was talking about in here. I forgot about this. So this is a longer clip. We are probably going to watch the whole thing, but this is her awkward moments before we get into her current man and her current situation. This clip has a compilation of a lot of things that some of which you've already just watched, but a lot of new stuff of Scheana just being awkward.
Hello. Hello. Would you like something to drink? Well, you probably would. She knows where the bar is. She's sitting with me. She doesn't work here anymore. She's a customer. Are you two talking to each other? No. Why not? Ask her.
I mean, I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
I have a glass of Pinot Grigio. You got it. Thank you.
We watched some of this.
All of my friends and everyone else who was here at Sir tonight for coming. Shay and I are so happy to be able to share this night with everybody.
Oh, God. I already have douche bumps.
I'm debuting my new song called Good as Gold, and I hope you all enjoy it.
I knew exactly what was coming. She's not going to waste an opportunity with an audience to debut her single.
Look at her old husband trying to be supportive. It's her standing on the bar for me.
Why are you so angry at me?
I got in a fight with Pandora, my boss. So you're starting to write for her idea.
She's wanted to do this.
Is she forcing you to? Do you not have to say anything?
No, I think it's fun. I would love to. You know how much I love doing makeup.
Aren't you a singer or a pop star? Like, what now you want to...
How am I gonna dance with this?
So, when I get a paper cut, am I gonna go lay down shitty tracks and start singing songs? Is that how it works? Explain
You
it to
think
me.
like we have this whole thing
Yeah,
and we're
I
all
do.
against you?
I
Okay,
do.
well, that's
I
your
do.
own paranoia,
I
Stassi.
do. Well, then it's just not gonna change. Then fine. Because I think that this is what's going
Well,
on.
that's not
It
what's
is
going
so
on.
clear as day.
The pink towel on the
doubt
crutches.
Stassi goes after every other writer on the website and yells at them, so why are you yelling at me? I'm sure there's room for her column, my column, and all of the other columns.
What they're basically fighting about is Lisa Vanderpump's daughter had like an online website fashion thing, and they were all like competing to, not competing literally, but like Stassi was writing for it. She was doing a bad job. They had Scheana start writing for it, and they were all just beefing over it.
You ruined my relationship with Lisa
No, I haven't.
and strained
You
it
ruined
with
it
pain.
yourself.
I didn't, but no one can tell me what I did to Lisa. No one can tell me what I did.
Okay,
What
well,
did I do?
You know what you did
All
to me,
Lisa
so
keeps saying
that's
is,
your issue.
I
with them.
don't
That
like
has
how you
nothing
treated
to do with me.
Because you're sitting
Nothing
in
to do
there.
with me.
How would they know that I didn't text you about your tooth?
Because no one did.
You told them.
Obviously.
Every time I talk to Lisa, she says, I don't like the way that you treated Scheana. You never called her about her tooth.
And it was really hard.
No cry. No. I'm not going to feel bad for you.
Walk away.
I'm not. No. Hobble away.
Then I will. Thanks.
Hobble away.
Same bitch you always have been. Remember that next time you get in a fight with Kristen and Katie and need someone to cry to.
You were the one that just threw me under the bus.
They're hopping up the stairs.
Okay. How are you? Good. How are you? Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, everything's really good. What happened to your tooth? I had an accident, knocked my two front teeth out.
Wow.
Had to have it extracted.
It was like gray or
bone
something,
grafts.
right?
Yeah. So it's just glued to these two right now.
So you're gonna get, is it
I have to have an
permanent? Is it
implant.
temporary?
This is temporary until the bone heals.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know, it's been terrible. Oh, what's wrong with your tooth? It looks really weird and gray. Like, do you want me to say, well, what's wrong with your face? Why doesn't it move?
We're not meant to be friends.
Totally agree.
You know.
I get it.
Okay, enjoy the rest of your drink. So long, Scheana. So long, Sheena's eyelashes. So long, Sheena's turban. So long, Sheena's unitards. Just stay for 2 seconds. Okay.
Her wedding.
You ready to hold this, baby?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Why did that woman just like...
Wait. Oh my god. I'm not f***ing ready. I don't know who the f*** gave Tina the cue to start singing, but I'm not in place. What am I gonna do? Run down the aisle? No. Have her stop and start over. Seriously. No. No, I'm not going out.
Everybody's already standing up.
Relax, that's ridiculous. No, this is ridiculous. Does anybody hear you? Make her stop singing. This is so annoying. I'm really pissed off right now. I should not be pissed off right now.
The singer knew she was the real star of the wedding.
I was all the way back there. My dress was steaming.
Daniel, we just need to get there and she's got to start again.
Seriously? Like, this is really f***ed up. There's a part in the song, and if I'm not there for that part of the song, then that just ruins everything I've been planning forever. So, stop.
Can't you just give her the look?
I can't see her from here.
Okay, so we're just gonna wait for her to finish the whole song?
This is ridiculous.
This is so annoying.
Oh, the wedding photos. She had all these wedding photos around her apartment. Do you see them? Isn't that insane? They're huge.
It's open.
You guys are great for painting. I won't do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna get my deposit back anyways, so I don't really care.
The photos.
It was so sexy this morning. He like hooked the hitch up to my car in like 2 seconds.
This is her
Did
talking
everything by
about
himself.
Rob.
I'm like, can I help? He's like, I got this. And then today he's like whipping the belt and twisting the engine. I was like, this is so hot. He is literally the handiest person I know. It's so sexy. He hung a TV on the wall in under 7 minutes. I timed him.
I told you.
Does he rescue kittens out of big trees? Does he save babies and deliver them to their moms?
I'm with a man who knows how to do everything.
Come on, we get it.
The way that she's so annoying, but the way this is literally me about my boyfriend. Like, I actually don't shut the fuck up, and it's really a problem. Because, like, I get it. Like, he's literally just iconic, and you love him so much. So, like, I get it. I would want to talk about it, too.
He does everything.
And, like, that is hot. Like, the trailer, the hanging the TV in 7 minutes. I get it. That's what I mean. I don't hate Scheana. I just think she's interesting.
You split from Shay, but what did you do with the gigantic wedding photos?
What's funny is one was shipped to a fan who asked for it and paid for the shipping. One went to the Museum of Broken Relationships. Oh, God.
Does that
Wait,
exist?
what does that mean?
Does that exist?
Where is it's a thing. It's in LA and New York.
I really do not want to tell you this either.
Oh, this is about the kiss.
It has to do with Rob. The night of the Vanderpump Dog opening. When we all went to El Carmen after that. So right before El Carmen, he went to Toca Madera and he kissed some chick, a hostess. And the hostess literally pulled up.
No, I already know this is bullshit.
I know for a fact that it actually happened. She showed him a photo of the two of you and she goes, oh, well, isn't this your girlfriend? And he was like, well, I mean, I don't know if she's my girlfriend.
I just wanted you to hear about it before other people started trying to talk about it.
It's just funny timing. Jack's cheats, Schwartz cheats, and now it's like, oh, Rob kissed a girl. It's f***ing bullshit.
I just wanted to...
I honestly don't believe any of this. The funny part of this is him and I don't even kiss a lot because he isn't a kisser.
What?
He's just not. He's very affectionate in every other way, but we don't kiss a lot. So for him to walk in
Them
and
both
kiss
just
someone
looking
is, like,
away.
laughable.
Rob cheating is not in my brain. Oh my God, what do I do? I don't think that's...
I wanted to show up in one of these. Not perfect, the one was just hanging here. So cute! Thank you. I'm gonna just wear this later tonight, okay?
Those oranges are sour.
We got a kick.
Not even looking.
Yeah.
He's literally ignoring the shit out of it.
Dad, I'm gonna just wear this later tonight, okay?
All right, so what's in here?
That is mezcal, scorpion, chili infused honey with
The flag is
Arnold
bright
bean
red.
cover and fresh squeezed orange juice.
Yeah.
So cute on you.
Where's the mirror? Hi.
No, para mí.
Gracias. La.
What is it?
Your man's more of the rose guy.
My baby. Oh, I love him.
This is
He
so
says,
embarrassing.
Baby, I love you and I miss you a lot. Have an amazing time in Mexico.
Aw, what a good man.
You got a good one too.
I'm really shocked that it's just a dozen.
Does Rob give flowers? I'm not a flower person, really.
I sadly relate to her way too hard.
Rob would never send me flowers because I hate flowers. They just die
Like, if I got a bouquet of red roses, I'm like, okay, hashtag basic.
Like, what would he give to you?
I don't like presents. You don't? I like affection.
I don't know why Scheana feels the need to pretend anymore. We all see right through it. I'm like, sweetheart, my boyfriend doesn't make out, not even with me. She ain't getting affection, and she's not getting gifts. Adam, for the last 8 months, I have said...
This is the other
everyone
new guy,
says
Adam.
That, like, we're in love with each other and we have feelings, and you're like, no, I think you're the one who has feelings.
I told you. Yes, I'm uncomfortable with this. I don't know if I'm ready to be with someone exclusively, but I also don't want you to get with other guys.
When you say, I don't care, if it's someone I don't know, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care.
I told you about it at the white party. What would you have done if I did what you
I
did?
told you I would have been upset. I told you I'm a jealous
You said
person.
if I went on a date, you would have been upset.
Yes, I would have been upset with anything.
But you him. There's no other way to describe it.
Stop.
Okay.
That's it.
He's the one who said he wasn't ready for a relationship or to be exclusive. If you're not ready to be in a relationship and be exclusive, you cannot yell at someone for fucking someone else. Like, you said that you don't want to be in a relationship and you don't want to be exclusive. So if that person then chooses to go fuck someone, you can be mad at yourself for not being in touch with your feelings and being scared and getting your own feelings hurt. You can be mad at you. You can't be mad at them.
Let's do like a slow tour around the scope, see what's going on, try to assess the situation.
You are like.
Do you love me?
Don't
Do you
even.
answer the fucking question?
Don't even.
Stop. Answer the
Lisa?
question.
No.
Answer it.
I just did no.
You don't love me?
No.
You don't love me. Really?
No.
They're
So you don't
not
love
in
me?
a
You were just with
relationship.
another guy all weekend.
I thought about you the entire time.
Oh, thank you for that consideration. Thank you. Thank you so much. That makes it so much better.
I didn't know that she had sex with another dude.
I'm so sorry that I did something that made you realize you do have feelings. I'm so sorry. But if I didn't, were you ever going to speak up? No, we would have just kept doing what we were doing. So I was like, you know what? Then maybe I should do it just to see. I'm just saying.
No, you're trying to. No, stop. You're trying. Stop. Let me go. Stop. No, you're trying to like rationalize this. Stop. You're trying to.
Stop. Adam.
Okay, good question. Is Lisa as messy as these people, or does she just kind of float above it? She is messy as them, but in like a puppet master way. On Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, on Vanderpump Rules, she's very much like, talk it out. You guys should be friends, but you can tell she loves it. Like, you can tell she loves this. She runs the shit.
I want to move.
And yeah, so she talks to them about it, but she doesn't fight with them, if that makes sense.
This way.
Okay,
Please.
you're not going to. We're going to finish this
Stop.
conversation.
This is disrespectful.
Please.
Stop.
Exactly. So please,
Please.
stop. Please.
Please.
Adam. Oh my
Please.
God, stop. You don't need to be like that.
Stop.
Give me a hug.
Not him doing it.
Can you please just? I need to walk away. Okay. Please, Scheana.
Let this man go.
Even though we're not in a relationship, I feel like we literally just broke up.
Scheana.
Hey. What's going on? Stop. Okay, when you get up, come find me in a minute. He doesn't know. He doesn't know yet?
Oh my god, I forgot she adopted a penguin in his name and was gonna surprise him with it.
I haven't seen Scheana one time, and
I want to be happy with everyone because it's a happy day.
oh,
I don't let no man do that to me.
okay. Well, that just answered my question. My engagement party is amazing. If I had to complain about one thing, it would probably be the fact that Scheana found some way to make it about herself and cry in the corner about Adam Spot, who she wants to marry tomorrow. Like, get your shit together.
This old woman comforting Scheana, that's Brittany's grandma. Jax's wife, Brittany, that's her grandma. comforting Scheana at Jax and Brittany's engagement party.
I would love that.
So I just really wanted to share that extremely long YouTube video with you. And then let's get into Scheana's kind of current day situation now that you've seen some of the most amazing Scheana moments that are out there. Wait, so Jax is the voice of reason here, unfortunately. So September 15th, 2019, Scheana Shay, she still goes by Scheana Shay publicly. Shay is her ex-husband's last name. Scheana Jankin is her married name. She still goes by Scheana Shay, which I find very odd. Scheana Shay and Brock Davies meet in San Diego. We were in San Diego September 15th. It was a music festival, weekend festival called Kabu. Second night, we weren't ready for the party to be over. We hung out that entire night. We waited until my Uber came, and then that was it. The next day, the two hung out while waiting for a friend, and Davies later asked his friend for Shay's social media and sent her a DM. She said, I never check my 99 plus DMs because they're just like a lot. So this one morning, my girlfriend was like, we got tagged in a really cute video from the club last night. Go check your Instagram. So I go to my extra DMs to see the video, and right above it, his Instagram handle was Be the Lion. And I was like, what's this? And I opened it up. And then they fell in love. Oh, the mic is very quiet. What about now? Does that help? Is that better? That should be better. It is a good professional name. It does have a ring to it. And then at the festival, Davies, his name's Brock, bet that he could do the dirty dancing move with her, you know, where you like hold the person up and they like, and they did that. He does that move. All my friends have their cameras out, and right after he planted one on me, we got our first kiss on camera. Then they went to another music festival in San Diego a few weeks later. And he traveled to Los Angeles to meet up with her. And then she went to San Diego where they attended the festival. Festivals have kind of become our thing. And that was the determining point of, okay, I do want to see where things go with this guy. Not the quiet one. It's not the quiet one. The other one is loud. What? It's the same, but it's all right. I don't think I understand what's happening right now. Hopefully you can hear me. So November 2019, they go on vacation in Australia and Bali. Again, his name is Brock. That's what he looks like. He is very attractive. I'll give him that. So Davies went to Australia to play rugby, and soon after went on vacation to Bali with his friends, but still made time to FaceTime Scheana, who remarked that she'd always wanted to go to Bali. And she said, I ended up going out to Australia. I met the fam. So he tells me we're going to Yerlu in the middle of the outback. He completely tricked me, getting on an actual airplane, not knowing I was going to Bali until the flight attendant said, sir, you'll get your bag when we land in Bali. They rode ATVs. They went to the monkey forest. This is where they said, I love you, yada, 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 whatever. And they posted solo pictures from the vacation because they were not Instagram official at this point. 3 months and they went on a trip. So speaking of his family in Australia, speaking of this man who has recently come to our great nation known as the United States of Hell, what was his life like in Australia? Oh, he has 2 children from his previous marriage. Okay, for sure. For sure. I really don't judge people on having children from previous marriages, especially when they met. They were both in their 30s. I get it. People have done stuff. I do judge someone for moving to a different continent away from their children. I will judge you for that. Especially like, it's one thing if you're like, I have no way to make money here. I'm going to leave, make money to have a better life for my kids. There's economic opportunity in Australia. I'm fully confident you could live a middle-class life in Australia in the same way you could in the United States. Like, I think Australia and the United States probably have similar job opportunities for working class individuals. You know, like both places, rich people have all the money. Both places, they have kind of adequate public education. Both places, you know, have a decent infrastructure, you know, like it's not like he was in like rural Russia where there's like no one around. He lived in Australia. Like you didn't need, you know, anyway, I digress. I've never moved, so let me not judge. But anyway, Scheana revealed that she was ready to have more children and noting that her boyfriend is already a dad. She said, I want at least 2 and he already has 2. So 4, I think, for him is a good number. If in a crazy off chance I get pregnant naturally, twins also run in my family. If I have twin boys, I'm definitely trying again for a girl. Scheana, one thing about Scheana, she's going to put the cart in front of the horse. And I love her for that because I'm the exact same way. She is going to put the cart in front of the horse. So this is a caption from his Instagram in September 2015. His socks say Eli and Winter because those are the names of his children. He wrote, your mother is an amazing woman and your dad loves you guys. Again, September 2015. They did not meet until 2019. So I'm not saying he cheated or anything. I'm just saying he has children. So this was his comment on Instagram. Someone commented, but what about your children in Australia? That's fucked up. And he said, this is true. I will continue to work towards building a relationship with them. The kids have a great mother and stepdad, but I promise you I am doing my part to be with them. So we reveal why he has not spoken to his kids in 4 years. 4 years. He said he was 20 and a different person when he became a dad, and he had a bad breakup with his ex, and he has not seen his kids in 4 years, even over FaceTime. She cut my whole family out. It sounds bad, but there's a lot more to it. No contact, but it's not for lack of trying. He moved to America for a better life for his children, is what Scheana said. It sounds bad, but there's a lot more to it. Okay. And he said, me and my ex, we had 2 beautiful kids. We split up. She felt like I abandoned her and the kids by coming to America. She moved on with the kids' stepdad, who then fulfilled the role of being a dad for my kids. What do you mean she felt like he abandoned the kids by coming to America? You did abandon the kids by coming to America. And when I saw that sentence, it sounds bad, but there's a lot more to it. Okay, let's dig. Let's dig. It is because he had a history of domestic violence with his ex. That's why she went no contact. That is why she went no contact. Woohoo! There it is. There it is. There it is. The story never stops. I know. I will say it's domestic violence, but from all the domestic violence I've heard about, this is one of the milder cases of domestic violence. That doesn't make it okay, but it's not super graphic, so I didn't put a trigger warning on it. So he admitted that his relationship with his ex was so toxic that he once slapped her. He said, the person I am today isn't that person I was 10 years ago. The situation between me and my ex was toxic. Yes, there was an instance one time I did slap my partner. I did. I'm not proud of that. He said he's learned from his mistakes and that the domestic incident occurred when he was 19 and his ex filed a restraining order against him that had nothing to do with the slap. Be for real. We had an argument. I slapped her. Following that, we moved to France. My little boy was born. Then we separated. Then we found out we were pregnant with my little girl. That led to an argument with me and my ex's dad, and they pressed a domestic violence order on me. We separated. She took my kids away from me, and I needed to go to the court to appeal it. We went to the court, and it was lifted. And he has not revealed the ex or her identity. And like we said, she ended up married with another spouse. When I left Australia to come on the dream to do better for my whole family, in that time of me being over here, they were with their stepdad. They had a new life. They had their lives in Australia. I just feel like I'm not entitled to have these feelings because my kids, they're the ones that missed out on this. She took my kids away from me. Sounds like for good reason. And so apparently, I think I forgot to include this, so sorry if it comes up later. He is no contact with his kids because, let me explain the money situation. He owes child support. He does not owe child support to his ex because apparently in Australia, if you are not getting child support that is owed to you, the government gives it to you and then the dad or whoever owes the government. So they don't owe you because the government already paid you and you had already been getting that support. So he is in debt to the government of Australia because the government of Australia was supporting his family because he was a deadbeat dad, essentially. So he is not allowed to talk to his children until he pays off his child support. That is a great system, right? So he's not allowed to talk to his kids until he pays off that child support. I'm not sure if his ex is saying once you pay that off, then you can talk to them, or if a court in Australia ordered that. I have no idea, but that's what they said. Water is so good. I wish they would do that in the US, right? It's crazy that you just have to like vibe and like hope that they send it. So now that you know his backstory and who he is and how he's a deadbeat father, let's get into their relationship timeline. November 2019, Scheana says she's happy with him. I'm happy. I feel like I don't need to brag about him because I know he's not going anywhere. He's very nice and treats me the way I deserve to be treated. They went on vacation for Hawaii, or they went on vacation in Hawaii for Christmas. She opened up more around Valentine's Day. Blah, 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 blah. She said, I tend to waste money on boys who don't deserve it. And now that I have a man who does deserve it, he's like, please don't buy me anything. Like, you've done that enough. I still do. I'm not going to listen to that. The first week we met, he sent me flowers. There are so many little things right off the bat. So it turns out that you do like getting flowers. Interesting. In June 2020, she revealed on her podcast is called Shenanigans, which I think is kind of funny. She found out about a miracle of a pregnancy because apparently doctors had previously told her that she like had fertility issues and it would be nearly impossible for her to get pregnant on her own. And she said that she was going to tell her dad on Father's Day, but then she had a miscarriage and found out that there was no heartbeat when she went to the doctor. And that she had to wait a few more days to naturally miscarry, which just seems really, really hard and awful. And she said, I wanted to put this out because my miracle did happen. I got pregnant for the first time in my life. Although this one isn't working out, we don't know yet exactly what's going to happen. And I know that I was able to get pregnant on my own, and that alone is a miracle. And I know that that's something that's common that so many women go through. And then she got a poppy flower tattoo in memory of her miscarriage, though. So I think that's very sad because that would just be something very, very, very difficult to go through. And then a few months later, she announced that they were expecting their rainbow baby. If you don't know what the term rainbow baby means, it means a baby that you have after you have a miscarriage. Rainbow baby. So she revealed that they were expecting a baby. She said, we got pregnant so quickly. My doctor told me to wait one period in ovulation cycle, then we could try again. It was the first and only time we tried, and I had a feeling right away it was too soon to tell because I wasn't even close to missing my period. But she took a pregnancy test and started bawling her eyes out when it was positive. And she shared that she was so excited about motherhood. She said, being a mom is something I didn't think was necessarily going to be possible for me, which is why I froze my eggs twice last year. And after a couple weeks after announcing their pregnancy, they announced it was going to be a baby girl. And she said, after the miscarriage and getting pregnant so quickly after, I just prayed for a healthy baby, but I'm so excited to put the biggest bows in my little girl's hair and spoil her with unicorns. So she was just super happy and excited, and they have a lot of photos of that time. So again, he has not spoken to his other children in 4 years. Just to again clarify, he has not spoken to his current children in 4 years. We'll get to what they named the baby. There's Brittany pregnant too. Here's them on the beach doing their thing. Look at pregnant Scheana. These maternity photos are very, very, very gorgeous though. Like, that is fucking stunning. She looks awesome. Here was their gender reveal. So cute, so fun. More baby shower stuff. More People Magazine exclusive photos. More very gorgeous maternity photos, like eating and leaving no crumbs. Pregnant Scheana on the beach. Love that for her. Then, April 26, 2021, they welcomed their first baby, Summer Moon Honey Davies. I'm going to say that again. Summer Moon Honey Davies. Summer Moon Honey Davies. First name Summer Moon. middle name Honey, last name Davies. So she did not go with the name Madison. I also would like to re-bring up that Brock's daughter, who he has not spoken to in years, is named Winter. He has another daughter named Winter. Yep. Let's sit with that. Let's all sit with that and let's process that. Could you imagine? Your father literally abandoned you. Your name is Winter. You live in Australia. Your father abandons you and then goes across the world, makes a new family, and names the new kid Summer. Okay. For sure. So he naturally did get called out on this. People definitely had things to say about it. So let me move to that part because they talk about some boring stuff for a while.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Scheana, I think it's interesting that Brock says that, like, you helped him understand his ex's perspective. I mean, how did you help him do that? And has your ex seen your growth?
I just listened to her, honestly. I mean, we had a very long FaceTime with her where I told him to just shut up, let her talk. She needed to be heard. And I listened, and I just, you know, as a very empathetic person, where she was coming from, you know, with the baby on the way. I couldn't imagine what she had been through. And I know that they were both young and they had a very tumultuous relationship, and it was better that, you know, they did separate. But just from a woman's point of view, I was like, you really need to look at it from her perspective and not how just you were feeling. Right. And I think that really helped after we had that, like, face to face over FaceTime, but that conversation,
Yeah, and Brock, has there been growth in your relationship with your ex?
Yeah, so the growth part, like, on our relationship, I want to say yes, but it just came with stipulations, and it was like, if you can prove to me that you can do this, then we'll take the next step, and that was the child support. So
like I said,
for me, my one goal was to knock off that child support before the end of the season finishes and gets everything out. It wasn't easy to do, but we're nearly there. So probably by next month, when we go to film reunion, it's going to be completely done. I've paid it all off, and then hopefully then I can start a conversation with them to go to the next steps and be like, look, I've done what you've asked now. Because I think for her, it's more of a symbolic thing.
Talks about it like it's credit card debt.
I'm not paying her child support. I'm paying the
It's the principle of it.
Of course, yeah.
It's the principle of me saying, look, I want to change. And I've said that for 8 years with her. So she kind of was like, cool, well, if you really want to change, the kids are fine. They don't need you right now. Pay the child support and show that you can be a freaking adult. That was it.
And so, also, like, what I will grant, I'm not a parent, so take this with a grain of salt, but, like, I think in some ways his kids don't really know him at all because he left when they were really, really young. I think in some ways it's less damaging if you just have, like, a positive family dynamic within Australia. If you just never met your dad and you've never really thought about it and it's not really a thing, I think that's in some ways less damaging than having this weird long distance relationship when you're already, like, 10 years old with your dad across the world who has a new family. Like, I think in some ways that would be more traumatic than just, like, being like, yeah, I haven't really known my dad. And then, like, if they choose to want to reconnect in adulthood, that's one thing. But, like, dude, you literally moved across the world.
And I think, yeah, our relationship's far from being fixed, but if I can do that, we're taking the right steps towards that anyway.
And still no FaceTime with the kids yet?
No, that's gonna be the next step, hopefully. But it's the biggest one for me is kind of like reminding everybody that these are two little minds that have a stepdad that is their dad. That's been their dad since Summer was born, since Winter was born, sorry, and then since Eli was 4, he has been a part of their life. So that is where there's, like,
as someone who had a long distance relationship with my dad, I can say it's okay to have it be more removed. He feels like an extreme knockoff of Jason Momoa. That slip. At the very least, he should have not been violent and paid the child support.
Hear the story on the show where there's kids involved. I can't just FaceTime him and just really their day up. Because I was disappeared. I wasn't around for that period of time. So I think for me,
But at least he's a little bit self-aware.
Their rules are put in place, but then push a little bit, but not push them up too much, because it's up to the kids now to be like, well, actually, we do want to talk to dad. So hopefully we get there. Selfishly, I want to, but there's kids involved now.
Of course, but the kids are fully aware that you are, putting in the work. Are they aware that you're on the show too?
I don't know. We don't know about the show because they keep a very private life. Was what they tell me, but 100%.
He also keeps saying, I didn't abandon them. They have a stepdad.
It definitely didn't make these next steps easier talking about this. So, especially back home, because now we have a platform. And so I have to be very respectful of that, knowing that I can't ever talk down towards her because I don't want her to ever be offended of the platform that we have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely made it a little bit more difficult, but I think
like
we'll
you
come out
abandoned
of this
them
on the
before
top
they had a
at the end. We'll get back
stepdad.
together hopefully soon, and then who knows? Maybe you guys a little spin-off in Australia, and we go down under with Scheana and Summer.
Yeah. I'm sure. And I'm sure you probably want Summer to have a relationship with your other kids too. And I'm sure, Scheana, you want that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I named Summer Summer. Like, everyone laughs at me for namesake, and I was like, listen, people the Kardashians all have kids, right? Like, there is a tie between my daughters that over the oceans, they're going to know that they're each other. They belong to each other, and...
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Over the oceans, they're going to know. They belong to each other. You abandoned one of them. You can't just give them matchy names and think that that's going to fix everything.
And I look forward to bringing our families together. And I think in the future, as long as we just can make the right steps, we'll get there.
Congratulations on Homebody. I know we're just probably, a few weeks away from...
Oh, he has a physical trainer app. Whatever.
Maybe the launch?
Yeah, so we'll be doing our launch in January. I'm looking forward to that. We're just trying to figure out all the kinks, but I think
men really think their DNA is everything.
What it will look like for our launch will be a 30-day challenge.
Of course, he has an app.
For all 3 months, not just January. Everyone kind of jumps on board to January. I'm going to set some goals, and then they fall off on probably the 15th to the 18th. So we're going to make sure it's supportive enough to get a lot of people just moving and trying to achieve the first 30 days. And then we're going to run 3 more competitions each month. Bang, bang, bang. Cash incentive prizes, access to...
Yeah, this is an ad, so I don't really care. But here are some pictures. Hold on. Sorry. Here are some pictures of them with their kid. Their daughter really is an adorable baby. I will grant them that. They are a very, very beautiful looking family. They were really made for Instagram and television, I'm going to be honest with you. Of course, their daughter is already an influencer, has a lot of followers on Instagram. Summer Moon be posting. Scheana is running that Instagram page. Summer Moon has brand deals. What can't Summer Moon do? Summer Moon makes more money than I do. She deserves it. Good for her, for this man to be your father. I guess. I personally would not monetize my child's childhood or their private moments or their early memories or their digital footprint. I would not choose to make money off of that or to engage in that in any way if I was a parent, but I'm not a parent, so to each their own, I guess, if that's what you want to do. Also loving the booty shorts on Brock here. Then July 2021, they get engaged. The photo got cut off, but he had an elaborate proposal at their apartment that I'm pretty sure she pays for. Aw, yay. Yay. So we already know this, but I wanted to share it because it came out when they got engaged. So all of the lore about his kids is that came out because they got engaged, and he really got a lot of shit for that on Vanderpump Rules. Yeah, so I just wanted you to know that all that stuff that we know, that's when everyone found it out, was when he proposed. Then August 23rd, 2022, they get married. And this is the dirty dancing move that I was talking about that they did when they met at the music festival. They got married in Mexico. Let me share the lovely lore from their wedding. I couldn't really find the footage from the show because it's copyrighted, but this is just some footage that randos took during the wedding, I guess. Seemed like a nice wedding. Mexico is beautiful. Nice resort. Oh, the girls share a birthday. Yes, I forgot to read that part. Apparently they have the same birthday. Yes. Summer Moon and Winter have the same birthday. I don't know if this is in Cancun. I have no idea. No live singer this time, I see. She's traumatized. All right, so we're going to skip through some of that, and let's get to the bride. No crop top this time. I would be afraid I would walk in the water. The glass is kind of scary. I don't know, that's like not sitting right with me. I would accidentally walk off.
All right, here we go.
I hate that suit. The wedding's beautiful, but I hate the suit.
My passion and my drive and my true north.
Yeah, we're not going to listen to their vows. That's a lot. They talk for a real long time.
Congratulations, Brock. Make this your bride.
And then here's their first dance with their baby. But yes, they got married. I want to go back and discuss the same birthday. Yes, they share the exact same birthday. That's all I really wanted to say. Sorry. But anyway, the plot twist is that they got married in Mexico, but they were already married. Scheana Shay, again, still going by her ex-husband's last name, said that the August 2022 destination wedding was just ceremonial and that they got legally married a year prior. She said, just so you guys know, I've been wearing my wedding band for a while now because we've been married for a while now. She said it was hard not to tell anyone, but she was happy that they had secretly eloped. She said when his investor's visa needed to get changed, I also wanted him to be able to get his green card. We have a baby together. We know we're going to be together forever. So literally just said a couple of words and signed the paper. I can get that, like just from a practical standpoint. So what is Miss Scheana up to now? In July 2022, she launched her own eyelash line called Viva Verano Lashes. They have 3 styles, Summer, Moon, and Honey, inspired by her daughter's name. She also has a huge social media following and does tons of brand deals like Steve Madden, Smirnoff. She also worked with Uber, I think. And she also manages her daughter's Instagram, which has 142,000 followers. And a few days ago, she shared a teaser for her new song called Boy Crazy. So let's listen to the teaser for Scheana's new music, people. So, Boy Crazy. Congratulations, Scheana. It's your world. We're just living in it. I mean, he had babies with his ex too, but go off. Does this sound like Look What You Made Me Do? Or, yeah, it really kind of does. It really, really, really kind of does. Oh, also the lawsuit related to Scandival. How did I forget this? Let me pull this up right now. Oh my God, how did I forget that? How did I forget that? I'm so mad at myself. Alrighty, so when the whole scandal, if you don't know, a Vanderpump Rules character cheated on another Vanderpump Rules character, and it resulted in Scheana getting a restraining order. Raquel, who is on Vanderpump Rules, put a restraining order against Scheana because she said that she punched her, but Scheana said that she never punched her, and then they couldn't film the reunion together, so they put Scheana in a trailer that was like character, you know what I mean? They put Scheana in a trailer so that she could be far from Raquel, but the attorney the judge ended up throwing it out because Raquel no-showed to court. So it ended up being pretty anticlimactic, but Scheana did have a restraining order because of the situation. The alleged incident occurred after Scheana learned that Leviss was having a months-long affair with a co-star, and she like freaked out and apparently was yelling at her, but Scheana says that she never punched her. So here are your sources from tonight. Also, I got a lot of this from Scheana's various social media platforms and Vanderpump Rules. So I wanted to tell you what we are doing next week. I'm switching gears a little bit. Her nails can't make a fist. That's what Scheana kept saying. She said, I have long nails. I can't even make a fist. I can't do it. Also, if you have long nails and someone is attacking you and you need to punch them, this is what you're going to do. You're going to make a fist like this. If you have long nails, they'll stick down like that. I've had long nails lots of times. Punch straight with the ball of your hand. Don't punch like this because you don't have a strong fist, because your hands have to curl. That's what makes your fist strong. When your fingers are flat, your fist isn't strong. So you can't punch like this. You need to punch like this and go up. Try and go like at that angle and get up into someone's nose. Just a little free self-defense hack for you. Why do you know this? Because I used to have long nails, and I think knowing self-defense is very important. So I watched a YouTube video. But anyway, next week we are switching gears a little bit, and we are going to do another Zillow. I have not done this in a really long time. Someone reminded me that I used to do this, and I forgot that it was kind of fun. So I wanted to do this again. So what I'll do is I'm going to pull a bunch of houses in advance so that we have a list to go through. Feel free, if there is a Zillow listing or any other kind of listing that you feel is just very, like, we need to talk about it. Like, their furniture is ugly. It's very, like, audacious. We just don't like it, whatever. Feel free to email me that listing. I just put my email in the chat. I misspelled it. Give me 1 second. This happens when I'm moving too fast. VPR for life is now following. Thanks. All right, a Walmart parking lot with 2 T's at gmail.com. Feel free to send me listings, but I will pull some in advance. I love making fun of rich people's houses. And I actually got an idea about this. Originally, so I'm going to like go through my whole thought process with you. Actually, I will do that while y'all are getting your little characters for the game. So which game do we want to play? I'm kind of leaning towards beach because they are in LA, but I'm kind of open. Let me know which game we want to play, and I'll tell you how I came to the Zillow conclusion. So, we should look at Kim Zolciak's house. Can we send ridiculous rentals? Absolutely. Rental, sale, I'll take it. I don't care. So, I talked about this on TikTok the other day. I'm going to grad school. I had a problem with my application. It's causing a lot of problems. It could be affecting my employment status. Everything will probably be fine, like 95% chance that everything's going to be fine, but I just need to deal with the situation. And I'm also just like, work is really stressful right now. There's just a lot going on. Nothing is bad or wrong. I just have like a lot of plates in the air. So I was like, I don't want to skip my stream, but I don't have time. Oh, here, I'll put the link in the chat. Beach. Someone said beach, so we're going with beach. This is the link to the game. There's also directions on the screen. All you have to do is type in a name. You don't have to make an account, log in, or do an email or anything like that. I don't want your information. I just want to play a fun trivia game with you. It's 10 questions about what we talked about tonight. But anyway, back to me explaining how we got here. So I was like, I really still want to stream because I enjoy this, but normally I make my slides on Sunday, and I was like, I just need to deal with this grad school shit on Sunday. Like, I need to get this taken care of. I need to just like work on this all day on Sunday. So I was like, what's something that I can stream about that'll be fun, but I don't have to prepare as much in advance? Because like making a 70 slide presentation, it takes me like a couple hours. And then I remembered that we used to do this Zillow thing, and now that I don't work in real estate, I'm definitely safe to do that again. And so I was like, oh, that'll be fun. We can do that. And then I got my wheels turning, and I was like, what if we do like a rich people shame as like an ongoing thing? Like, what if we do this once a month? And every month I pick a different thing that we make fun of rich people for. So I was thinking we can either do a different city and look at houses all the time if y'all are really into the houses, Or what I was thinking is like, this week we're talking about houses. Maybe in a couple weeks from now, I'm not saying this is going to be like permanent takeover. I'm just saying maybe like once every month or two. Maybe next week we talk about how rich people travel and we make fun of how extra and expensive it is. Maybe we talk about fashion. Maybe we talk about children's birthday parties, gender reveals. Like we pick a different thing every week where I can pull some rich people examples and we can just make fun of them. Do you guys like that idea? Let me do a poll. Skiing and summer camps, exactly. Y'all are exactly getting what I'm saying. Thoughts? Just the Zillow. Different rich shaming. Not a fan. We got to make fun of their weddings. That's what I mean. Like one day, like let's look at like one specific brand's clothing. Like, you know how there's those like luxury rug brands that are like insanely expensive, like Gucci dog beds, like shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Let me see how this poll is doing. Okay, a lot of you are voting for the different rich shaming. We're definitely going to start with the Zillow because that was my idea for this week. But I'm glad that y'all are into this because I feel like we could have a lot of fun with it. Rich people, hyper-organized, color-coordinated pantries, yes. Okay, glad we're into this. I'll give people a couple more moments. As long as we're making fun of something, I don't care. That being your first time chat is absolutely perfect. Every time you want to say the word like, replace it with a pause. Get your own show. If I want to say like every 3 minutes, I will. Yolanda's fridge, architecture, aesthetic baby toys and clothes. Exactly. I'll give people a couple more seconds to join the game. Let me put the link in the chat again if anyone would like to join. You can either do this like on your phone in a new tab, wherever. More like every 2 seconds. Felicia, you're kind of being an asshole. Like, I'm just going to say that. Like, no one asked you to come here and be like, you say like too much. I'm sure you can find a lot of other creators that don't say like as often. I'm unfortunately not one of them. I was raised by Real Housewives. I'm going to say like very frequently. I think you should say like more. Thanks. Thanks. No, you're taking it that way, girl. I love when people want to fight. The way that she's the only one in the TikTok chat and then everyone in Twitch is like coming for her, but she can't even see y'all. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit start on this game. Do you guys want to listen to Good as Gold while we play? I think you do. You're talking very, very fast. A lot of people like that. All right, let's do this thing. Let me make the Nearpod music stop. It's like not that serious because like I still enjoy myself. She's not even on Twitch. She doesn't have respect as a fan. No, you don't have to. She's not being that mean. She's just kind of being annoying and she left. Where is Scheana from? TikTok, Twitch chat is to TikTok chat as TikTok comments are to Instagram comments. I understand exactly what you mean by that. I understand exactly what you mean. I'm really glad we're listening to this song. This is great. This is a good stream. I feel God in this stream tonight. What is Scheana's middle name? Also, TikTok, I am going to say goodbye to you. Love you so much, but we're almost done. Summer Moon parking lot. The avatar's dancing right now. I wish I could see you guys as little avatars. We needed this.
Come on, you're riding shy. Stop waiting for a sign. You're out with all my hotties. Let's have a good time. Whiskey kicks off the party. We're down in 8 or 9. Come close and touch my body. Let's have us a good time.
We're good as gold. Summer Moon is the name of a coffee shop chain in Austin. This is my first stream. It was great, and I don't even know who Scheana is. Let me do this poll again that we did last week. I'll do it after the game. Crop Top Wedding in first place. Oh my God, not the Summer Moon Coffee Shop donating to anti-abortion foundations. So let's listen to Scheana's new song, Boy Crazy. Scheana's spitting right now. Oh my God, I have seen the Are We All Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups. They are crazy. What company did Scheana sue? Oh, y'all crushed that one. It was Hooters. This song is kind of good. I kind of like it. What song did she perform at Sir? Oh my God, Robin Brown from Sister Wives is getting sued by creditors. Tough day to be Robin Brown. Oh my God, I hate when the Nearpod glitches and kicks people out. It makes me so sad. Why does she have a song called Boy Crazy as a married 38-year-old? Why not? I think she's speaking like she's giving us advice, you know? Who is Scheana's first husband? She's boy crazy for her husband, duh, exactly. You get it. Michael Shay. I don't think it's like boy crazy. It's like boys make her crazy. I think that's what it is. She's saying like, don't let yourself be crazy over a boy. Where is Scheana's husband originally from? Wanted to give y'all some geography questions today. Are y'all into the photo answers? A Pizza Girl parking lot. The wedding pictures. Ooh, pictures and geography. Map with blue water. Interesting. What did Scheana name her baby? Damn, I've never seen these places before. The American education system is in crisis. We can go back to the Nearpod music, I guess. She named her baby Summer. Summer Moon, to be specific. What are we doing next week? I keep like reaching for my raffle tickets to give you all tickets because I'm used to this music, meaning like time to give people tickets. The switch to the peppy Nearpod music was just phenomenal. I try. I do what I can, you know? Honestly, would watch any of those. I wish I had access to rich people's taxes. Crop top wedding dress checking in. Hell yeah. In first place, we have the crop top wedding dress. Then we have Haley, a Tom Tom parking lot, the wedding pictures, Scheana's crutches, a Pizza Girl parking lot, Iris, Cowboy Girl, Autumn Sun Shay, a Crumbies parking lot, Ness, Jax Taylor, Summer Moon's Insta parking lot, Uber One is good as gold, Spring and Fall, Ashley Poo Poo, Brock's unpaid child support, Australian child support, Jax the voice of reason, and A Rose 0. I will scroll through the rest. Nice job, abandoned Aussie child. Oh my god. So, I just put a poll in the chat to see if we enjoyed this. A nice job to all of my winners. We love that for us. But Cumbies for some upstate New York rep. Oh, got it. I'm just not familiar. I thought you meant Crumble Cookie maybe. But for anyone who had not ever seen Vanderpump Rules, I'm curious. Did you like this? Did you not like this? I'm just very curious. Scheana's castmates like, do you think I give a shit when she tells them Rob hung a TV in under 7 minutes? Also, Felicia can lick a window. I enjoyed this one more than Jax because Scheana's not like really a menace in the way Jax is. Like, she definitely is not perfect, but I don't think she's a terrible person. I'll give people a few more moments for their memes if they need it. Despite not knowing shit about Vanderpump Rules, I loved this. The stream was so fun. I loved how weird it was. It literally, that's why I picked it, because Scheana's just weird. It's all happening. It's all happening. These streams are such a vibe. Thanks for the effort you put in into making sure we get an education. I don't know if I would qualify this as an education. Who would you do next for Vanderpump Rules? I have no idea. What do I have to do if I stop making this meme? Ew, that's disgusting. Us was redacted. Microphone 1, microphone 2, whatever these reality TV people are doing. Oh, that was really, really funny. Alrighty. This was very, very fun. Thank you all for being here. I will see you next week where we will make fun of some rich people's houses again. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. Love you so much.